All right, let's talk about the invisible networks that basically run our lives. I mean, from the second you pick up your phone at home to when you're logging into class, everything, and I mean everything, you do online is built on this framework we're about to break down.
You've totally felt this, right? At home, your Wi-Fi is your kingdom. You can stream, you can game, you can do whatever. But then you get to school, and it's this super locked-down, filtered universe. Well, the reason they feel so different actually comes down to two really simple, fundamental ideas.
And those two ideas are LAN and WAN. Yeah, they sound kind of technical, I know. But trust me, the concept behind these acronyms are super straightforward, and once you get them, you'll understand pretty much everything about why your internet acts the way it does.
Okay, so first up, we've got the LAN, which stands for Local Area Network. The best way to think about this is as your own personal digital neighborhood. It's the network inside your house that connects your phone to your laptop to your smart TV. Or, at school, it's the network that links up all the computers and printers in just one building. It's local, it's contained, and it's usually really fast. So, if all our LANs are these little neighborhoods, how do they talk to each other? Well, that's where the WAN, or Wide Area Network, comes into play. The WAN is like the massive highway system that connects all those different LANs together, whether they're across a city or on the other side of the planet. Anytime your school needs to reach Google's servers, it's using a WAN to do it. The internet? That's just the biggest, most massive WAN there is. This chart right here just lays it all out perfectly. Your LAN is all about a small area, it's super high speed, and you or your school controls it. So if there's a problem, it usually just messes with one room or one building. The WAN, though, that's the big picture. It's naturally a bit slower, it's managed by huge companies like your internet service provider, and when it has a problem, well, that's when it feels like the whole internet is down for everyone. Getting this difference is the real key to figuring out what's wrong. So let's put this into practice and look at how it all plays out in the two places we're online the most, home and school. They both use LANs and WANs, obviously, but they do it for totally different reasons and on a completely different scale. And you can really see the massive contrast here. Your home network? It's simple, you manage it, which gives you tons of freedom, but also makes it way more vulnerable to, problems. A school network, on the other hand, is a whole different beast. It's huge, it's complex, and it's managed by pros whose number one job is to keep it safe and reliable for literally hundreds or thousands of people. So all those rules and restrictions you run into, they're not there to make you miserable, I promise. They're there to protect the entire system from going down. This also clears up that whole cloud versus local thing. Anything that's local, like an app you installed directly on your computer, it lives on your LAN. A lot of the time, it can work even if the internet is out. But cloud stuff, like Google Docs or your school's learning portal, that all lives on some server miles and miles away. You absolutely need the WAN, the internet, to get to it.
And this is so important to get. If the Wi-Fi signal in your classroom dies, you can't get to Google Docs, period. That is a LAN problem. It doesn't mean Google is broken or the internet is down. It just means your little on-ramp to the internet highway is blocked. Honestly, most of the time you think the internet is down at school, it's actually just a local LAN issue.
But all this technology, whether it's a super fast LAN or a global WAN, it's only half the story. Because the single biggest variable in keeping a network safe isn't the wires or the routers, it's us. It's the people using it. And every single one of these things can be a huge problem. Sharing a password, clicking on some sketchy link in an email, downloading something you shouldn't, even just walking away from a computer while you're still logged in can totally undermine the most expensive, professionally built network out there. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? You can build the strongest digital fortress in the world, but if somebody with a key makes a bad choice, none of it matters. The tech is the lock, but we're the ones who have to be careful with the key.
Okay, so why have we gone through all of this? Because knowing this stuff does more than just make you a smarter user. It actually turns you into a bit of a problem solver. Seriously, when an IT pro shows up to fix something, this is the exact thought process going through their head. And now it can be yours too. Can't get online? First question, is it just me or is it everybody? Is it a local LAN thing or a bigger WAN problem? Just thinking this way can save you a ton of time and frustration.
So now, with this knowledge, you basically have some new superpowers. You can actually figure out basic issues with your home Wi-Fi. You get why the school has all those tech rules. You can make smarter, safer choices online, and this is a big one. When you do need to call IT for help, you can explain the problem so clearly, they'll be able to fix it way faster. And hey, it's not just about making your own life easier. This isn't just trivia. Understanding how networks actually work is literally the first step into some of the most exciting and in-demand careers in the tech world right now.
I mean, look at this list. Every single one of these jobs, from being a cybersecurity analyst who protects data, to an IT support tech who keeps everything running, it is all built on these core ideas of LANs and WANs and how they fit together. What you've just learned is the ground floor for all of these jobs.
So there you have it. You've kind of pulled back the curtain. You can now see the hidden structure, the local roads, and the giant highways that make up your entire digital life. So the real question is, what are you going to do with that new map? How is it going to change the way you connect, the way you create, and the way you explore?